If you want to do some phenomenal things in this bull run that we are anticipating for this next year, I'm going to show you some crazy stuff on, firstly, when I'm selling all of my crypto on this date, and I'm going to show you my exit plan, but I'm really going to share some crazy stuff that I don't really see a lot of people on YouTube talk about it, and that's going to be maximizing your returns in this bull run, because I want to break something down. If you're coming in the game with a small amount of money, there is a kind of secret strategy that, of course, has some risk. But I do think a lot of us should be taking advantage of it, and I'm going to break that down kind of halfway through the video. I'll kind of mention it briefly at the start, and then I'll give you a deep dive on how I think we should be using it for this bull run, because it's going to get crazy. So if you believe we peak in 2025, September, December, I know some people are saying kind of May time, whatever. But if you're one of those guys and you want to make guaranteed returns in this bull run, this video is going to be for you. And you might be thinking, well, okay, Jake, I'll just sell September, December in a peak run. And here's the thing. You'll make money that way, but there is a better way that we did in the last bull run, although I completely fucked it up. But what I've learned going forward is you can kind of do it in a safe way. I'm going to show you briefly right now, and then I'll get into it a little bit more as we go through this video. So there's this guy on Twitter, I think he's called The Secret Cycles of Crypto. And what I did was I kind of simplified one of his charts on how to compound gains. Okay, so here's really how you make a fuck ton of money this cycle and to completely change your life by 2025. Now, again, there is reason here. We're not just going to YOLO everything and keep doing this strategy. But if you do this a couple of times, you'll be exponentially crazy how much you can multiply your profit. So again, I've chopped this up to make it more simple. So phase number one. Most of us are here. If you've not got any crypto, by the way, buy some fucking coins, brother. Okay, get in the game first and then come back to this video. But most of us are going to have a portfolio of altcoin bags. Now, some of us are hosting Bitcoin. Even Ethereum is still an altcoin, but you get the point. Really, I'm talking about everything outside of Bitcoin, right? So here's an example of your army of bags. You might have 6, you might have 5, you might have 3, you might have 50, right? Doesn't really matter, although I would say if you have 50 plus more coins, just be careful. It gets very messy. But, I understand the game. So what you do is you get to phase one. You've bought your coins. Maybe they're in your exchange. Maybe they're somewhere else, hopefully safe. One of your altcoin pumps, right? I'll give you an example. Sui has already been pumping recently, but let's just say Sui rips to $10, right? So Sui has been pumping since about the 70 or so end, so it's already done super, super good gains. Let's say 2x from here, though. So massive amounts of gains. Let's just say you bought Sui at $1, right? So you made 5K in Sui at $1. At 10x's, you now have 50K, which is very fucking good. Now, what a lot of people do is they'll bank the 50K, or most people actually say, well, I've already got 50K, let me turn this into $1 million. And then they'll end up riding Sui up for maybe an extra 2x, which, still fucking super frothy at Sui, $20. I don't know if that's going to happen, but what they'll do is, most of us did this in the last bull run, is we'll just keep riding it because we think Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million and altcoins are going to go crazy. That is not what you want to do. Option one is you just bank the 50K to your bank account. That's great. But a hybrid version is you have 50K, bank 25 to your bank. Okay, so this way, worst case scenario, you'll still make 20K profit, 25K revenue. I guess you could say revenue is not really crypto, but you get the point. 25, right? But beautiful thing you can do is now you have 25K to play with. 2 examples. These are not coins that I'm telling you to buy. I'm not telling you to buy any coins, but what you could do is you could 5K in Altara, for example, which is a small cap gaming project. Again, not sure how this is going to play out. This is just an example. Hopefully you guys understand that. And then you could go 5K in Ondo. Very good project. Market cap on this one is 1.8. So I think it's still relatively low. Some big backers behind this. You get the point. And then you could put 15K into some other alts, or you could go heavier on these two, right? You could go even heavier and play the game of putting more money at like 12.5K or 12.5K. You get the point. And then you could either bank the 15K. Now, anyways, what you want to do is, because Sui pumped, Sui's now out of your bag, right? Sui's completely gone. It's gone from your bull run bag. You've rid Sui. Again, my goal is not to fall or marry these bags. My goal is to treat these like little naughty girlfriends, okay? These are naughty girlfriends I want to have a little bit of fun with and make money off them. And then I get rid of them because I'm not trying to marry a little beautiful Sui coin. This is not what I'm married to. I am married to the game of making fucking money. So I chuck Sui off. Goodbye, girlfriend. You've been fun. We had some beautiful, fun times. It was great. I'm off the races. And I found 2 more beautiful girlfriends, and I'm here to, pardon the pun, ride them up for more money. You get the point. Now, what will happen is, in a bull run, The whole point is you buy these coins if they haven't moved. If Altoro pumped fucking crazy, you don't want to roll SUI profits over and then buy something else at a local top. If Ondo goes fucking crazy, that's not what you want to do. You want to buy these coins. Now, again, they could 2 or 3x in SUIs, you get the point. But if Altoro 2x or so, or even 5x, Altoro would still be a good bet because the market cap is so much lower that it still has a lot of run to play for if you believe in the project. Again, this is just an example. The goal is to take that 25k, e.g. the 5k that you put in Altoro and Ondo, for example, and guess what? Make another 50k. Now, again, easier said than done. But this is how you maybe take a portfolio of maybe 10k, 20k, and maybe you have the initial goal of 50k, 100k. But I don't want to alarm you guys. If you play this rollover strategy, you can still make the $1 million on this portfolio. I'm going to touch on this later on in this video, but that is really what I want to talk about in this video, is how you can do this rollover method and make a fuck ton of money. So again, we've went over SUI, the quick examples of Toro, etc. But real quick, what I need to discuss first is taking profits. Taking profits in a bull market is the most important thing because it helps you lock in gains and protect your money. So again, we need to understand this first, because if we don't understand this, it doesn't matter how many times we roll over and play this game, you'll be like me in 2021 that played some of these gems, got in early, I guess you could say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Gala games, and I rolled over to some other coins, but I didn't even take the money out. So it's very important you understand this. So imagine you're playing a game where you have to collect coins in this video game. If you don't save some of those coins along the way, you're going to lose them, and the game suddenly ends, and you have to start again. A bull market is like this. When you play the game, or value of cryptocurrency keeps going up, e.g. a bull market, everybody gets excited. And everybody wants to play in this game because they think the prices will rise forever. But markets can change very quickly, especially if you believe in this 4-year cycle. If price suddenly drops, you're going to lose money than you could have taken out earlier. By taking profits, you secure wins. You've made money. Cashing out ensures you actually keep those gains to live in a real world. Maybe you get your job, maybe you buy the fucking new car. You get the point. You reduce risk. If the market turns and prices fall, you've already taken out some of your money, so you won't lose as much, okay? In that bear market, it is fucking brutal. If you've ever been in a bear market and you were in 2021's run and you had to sit through that bear market, it's nice looking back at that because, yes, we get to DCA, but, man, it sucks, man. It really does suck, especially if you've rid up a portfolio to 500k, $1 million like me, and it goes down suddenly, and then you lose money in, like, FTX and Celsius and all that shit. Not ideal. And you got to stay calm. Knowing that you've saved some profits can help you feel less stressed, right? Even if the market's unpredictable. So, just by saving some coins in a game to make sure you don't lose everything, taking profits during a bull run helps you keep what you've earned, even if things change later on. E.g. me, I did everything right in 2021, but I forgot the most important part, to take money out, and I had to start this video game we call cryptocurrency from level 1 again, and it sucked. So, things I want to look for before I get back to the rollover method is the fear and greed index, right? So, when we get to the peak, okay, at 2021, I put this on max. Now, some people like to ignore this. I think this is very good because it really just shows us how much people are greedy, etc. Now, in the short term, it's cute, etc. But if you look at 2021, we got max peak of like 95. It was at 95 in the first kind of pump, and then it got obviously the second kind of bump, and then when that 50% discount happened, whenever you shit the bed, it went as low as 40, right? But 95 seems to be where the kind of top is, right? And once we're pushing above these 90s, okay, it's time, and you're going to feel it, right? Your confidence is going to be 150%. You're going to swagger into work, and you're just going to come in with a different attitude, right? Because you're going to be like, I don't really need this job. I got 500k in crypto. Okay, well, realize the crypto. Because if you don't realize the crypto and the market crashes in the bear market or something happens, you're going to come back to that work with confidence 2%. You're like, fuck, I need this job or I can't pay the bills. Very important. Alt's going to be ripping at this time. You can also look at a quick little Brucey bonus here. CMC altcoin season index. If you just go under taking CMC altcoin, etc., what you'll see is near the peak of the cycle is we don't have data on this because I think coin market cap just dropped this, but during the peak, this number here, or this little slider bar, is going to be, again, 90, 95, right? And once we're there, you know it's time to get the F out. What you can also do, another Brucey bonus, I'm giving you all the sauce here, is you can look at Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so you don't really have to go for price predictions, although it's nice, but what typically happens is Bitcoin dominance, you can see the last bull run, it got to lows when the market completely crashed of like 39, blah, 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 right? But you can really see when the bull market really started in like January, February 21. That's why I'm expecting, February, end of January, especially with Trump in office. That's when we start to see Bitcoin dominance go down. Now, that doesn't mean Bitcoin's price goes down. It just means our alts are running so wild that Bitcoin's market cap can't keep up, and all these other altcoins are going crazy. So these market caps and these altcoins start to destroy Bitcoin's dominance. Again, it doesn't mean Bitcoin has to go down in value. So again, I've put these kind of levels where I think Bitcoin will go. I think it will repeat somewhat close. But again, once we start getting to like the 50%, the 47%, the 45%, and you're looking at your altcoin portfolio and it's going to the moon, might be time to take some profits out. The next thing you can do, Brucey Bonus 3, I guess, is Coinbase Users, right? You can see in 2021, okay, now, unfortunately, I couldn't get the data at the peak, but I can only imagine, and I know for a fact that Coinbase now have over 110 million users, but you can see what happened, right? Really, when the market started to go in January, February, Coinbase users went up almost 20 million users in a single month. Everybody and your mom, your dad, your little bro, your hairdresser is talking Bitcoin, right? So everybody pushes towards Coinbase typically, and Binance, of course, but Coinbase is typically the main kind of user for this because it's easy for them to buy and try and get a piece of the pie. But, unfortunately, they don't know they're going to lose all their money. That's a different story. Again, we need the exit liquidity. Sorry, mom. Sorry, dad. Sorry, hairdresser. Sorry, guy from the gym. I need to realize my money. Okay, because these guys don't know how to work the DEXs, etc. They don't know how to do MEXC. They don't know how to do like other exchanges that we should all have, especially hardware wallets. They don't know how to do this. Okay, so it's very important that you guys keep a track on something like this. I need to find an updated version, but I know it's over 110 million users that they have right now. Now, again, another thing, which I think is very important, is having realistic goals. Jake, goals are boring. Yeah, goals are fucking boring, bro, but goals get the job done. It's stuff like this that actually sets yourself up, okay? Making money in cryptocurrency is fucking fun, right? But unless you have the goals that you set yourself out to be, you don't get in a car and just drive randomly. You probably have a destination, e.g. a goal where you want to go, right? So goals to cycle. What I like to do is I like to be realistic somewhat. If you have 4 figures, e.g. 1K, cross the 5K first before you even start thinking about the $1 million. And just take this as a win. You can keep 20% in as a moon bag, fine. And we'll talk about the rollover strategy again going through this video where you can take this even further. But at least do the 10x on each position that you're playing in. So again, if you're at the 4 figs, 1K, get in the 5 figs and get out the game, man. 80% out. 5 figs, 10K. Cross the 6 figs, right? 10K to 100K. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. 6 figs, big boys out there, cross the 7 figs, 100K to a million. Do not do what I did, and I started in this category. 100K to 1 million, I got 950K, but you get the point. I'd start again. Lost it all. Okay, the goal here is to multiply our money we have either from the job or maybe our savings or the side business or whatever and cross over to this next bracket, okay? Now, again, you guys are going to want the 6 figures from 4 figures. I get it. It's possible. But you have to be either a pro or you have to put in the hours or you have to be pure lucky. Now, again, chances are you're new at this 4-figure level, or why would you not have more money? You get the point. And it might not plan out. So again, I can show you Jesse. Here's a quick example. Jesse, one of our guys in our private community, he got, I don't want to say lucky, but he did some research. He caught this coin at Ethereum, whatever it was. I think it's Hero on Dextos. And he pumped this coin and he made 40K in fucking one day. 1.5K to 45K. That's fucking crazy. So again, you can come in the game to the 4 figures bracket and get halfway to the 100K, and then you guess what, he buys Sui, Solana, etc. Now he's past the 6-figure mark. You can do that, right? But chances are you're not going to do that because Jesse's been in the game for a while and he knows how to play the game. But I'm just showing you there to give you some hope. You can do this. Now remember, cycles won't stop. So again, if this is your end goal, don't be like, oh, well, Jake said I can only make 10. No, it doesn't mean that. Crypto is not going to go anywhere. The whole goal is to actually print this cycle, and then we can do this in the future. And that gets me fucking excited because I know there's going to be future bull runs. But again, do not chase for the stars, man. You do not have to do that. It's so effing important because also, again, I can look at something like this. And this is the harsh reality. Nobody likes to talk about this. 90% of people lose money in the first cryptocurrency bull run, if not more. And the reason this happens is because people keep holding their bags, right? The crypto space only has a few veterans enduring crypto winters, right? So for me, when I lost everything, I was super sad for 2 months. I didn't post on YouTube. But because I seen the 950K, I didn't realize it and take it into my bank. And again, I could just lie to you and just say, oh yeah, I made 950K. No, I'm telling you, as a fucking man to woman, if you're watching as a woman, I lost it all and it was fucking brutal. I honestly thought it was over. But I knew, because I seen it on my wallet, that I could do it again. Okay? I could do it again because most people FOMO in during the bull market 2024, 25, not 2022, and then they panic sell when the market corrects or crashes. E.g., most people panic when Bitcoin falls 10%. Okay? Most people just absolutely panic. The recent dump that we had when we went from 107K to like 91K, most people just kept swapping their assets, they got out of the game, etc., when they should have been doing the exact opposite, right? And even if the bull run is not over, and I don't think it's over, I think very few people understand the game on how to control their assets. Now, my mistakes, my first bull run was a roller coaster ride, pretty much 100K to 950K, and I lost it all in a couple of months, and it wasn't fun. Now, here's everything I know from 5 steps so you don't fall into the same traps and you actually make some money. So the crypto market, it doesn't care about you. You've got to play the game wisely and it will reward you, but it will just as quickly. I can't tell you how fast the 2021 bull run felt when I was going through it. And then I just woke up one day, Celsius, shut my assets up. And again, I'm still getting these fucking emails from the FTX, right? You got to avoid this stuff. So this is a fake email from this FTX, blah, blah, blah. Start the payment processor, blah, it goes to a scam website, you enter your seed phrase. You got to be fucking careful out there, man. So it's a big, big, big lesson you need to learn, okay? Another thing I can tell you is don't go all in or non-profits. You can never perfectly time the top, so don't even try to. Avoid weak hands. I'll tell you right now, I once liquidated a bag for only a 3x, then it would go up another 50x or so. Right? So yes, secure your profits, but always keep a moon bag in 20% or so, and we'll talk about that going forward. Click on official links only. So again, that fake FTX email, this is a scam. Don't be like, oh my God, FTX are going to send me money. No, they're fucking not. Always use the official link from there, bookmark the page, and always click on it from that bookmark. Never Google the link, okay? That's why I have a billion fucking bookmarks, okay? Because I know they're legit. Avoid crypto cults. I'll give you another one. Luna. Remember Luna? Remember this? Well, the guy that crashed Luna, not typically his fault, but he was like, oh yeah, deploy more capital, stay steady, lads, and then people started to buy this fucking dip. The dip, they never stopped dipping, right? So you got to avoid this stuff. There's nothing wrong with being in like a cult, the XRP cult, the HBAR cult, the ADA cult, get it. But build a diversified portfolio, brother. Don't be tied to one bag. The market is gearing up for a strong Q1, bullish news. The only obstacle between you and how much money you make, or you lose it yourself. I've made many mistakes, but I've also learned from my experiences, so have you. So again, if you've been in the cryptocurrency market for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, fucking 10 years, if you're a veteran, you've got a lot of experiences. Use that as your toolbox, because no matter what happens, okay, your bank shuts up your bag, maybe you fall for a scam, you can never buy that experience. So you know how to make money in this game. You've probably chose a coin that you've made a 10x, you've made a 5x on. All you need to do is keep doing that, okay, and learn from your mistakes. There's nothing wrong with choosing a bad coin or getting your wallet drained as long as it's not the full bag. You learn from these mistakes, okay? But do not fall for some of these traps, because I fell for every single one, and it's painful. But again, if you learn from these lessons, it's absolutely fine. So here's my plan on how I'm playing this bull run. Now, 2 things I'm focused on, as well as the things we've discussed, like the Fear and Greed Index, the Coinbase Users, etc., is Bitcoin's price action. Currently 95K, current time recording, could be 105 by tomorrow, it could be fucking 60. Who knows, right? The point is, if we look and we expect price is going to react very good in Q2 and Q3, like I think it will, maybe ranging from 120 to 180K. Some people are saying 300K. I don't think it's going to happen. Some people are saying 250. I think it's just way too moon boyish. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'll be happy, but I'm just here to make money, right? Also, you can look at the USD dominance chart. Now, this is different, okay, from the BTC dominance chart. This is the USDT, e.g. the dollar value. Now, again, a lot of scribbles here, but I drew this out a while ago, and you can see it's playing out fucking perfectly. So again, I expect bottom levels will be about 2.5%. Again, just get TradingView. You can draw these levels on yourself. You don't have to copy me, but once we start and we smash this 4 kind of percent, once we start hitting the next target, 3.5, and then we have a next one of 3.23, and the bottom target I think will be 2.5 or whatever. Once we get to there, and Bitcoin's 150K plus, and altcoins are going to the moon, and Ethereum's 8, 9, 10K, Sui's whatever, Solana is probably going to be over $1,000. Really is time to take your profits out, because if you don't, you're going to be there holding the bag, and that is not good. Now, Ethereum. Once Ethereum breaks its all-time high of 4.95K like it did in the previous bull run, I am going to be glued to my screen for rolling over profits like we talked about at the start, and I'll bring this up as we go through the rest part of this video. And I'm also going to cash some to the bank. I need to realize the money. So what I can tell you is ETH was skiffing 4K the start of May, okay? And what can I roll over that I like? And the reason I bring this up, and we're going to talk about this, is because what you can do is we go back to this compounding returns, okay? So let's just say here, and this happened, early May, Ethereum was skiffing 4K, okay? That was very good, but it was also getting very frothy, because remember, this coin is billions, nearly $1 trillion in market cap, okay, at this point, give or take, right? And what you could have done, again, it's all well and said to go could have, would have, should have, but again, this is just talking about the rollover method. If you looked at a coin like Axie Infinity, right? Let's say you researched the project. Let's say you made 50K out of Ethereum, okay, or 100K. What you could do is take 50K to the bank and then start this rollover funneling process to the small caps that you like. You've researched, and then you can place your bet. So again, let's just say you took 10K of that Ethereum trade, and remember, this is free money in quotations because you've made this out of a trade. You could have put in Axie Infinity. I can't, would have, should have, could have. I can't even go back in Axie Infinity's chart because it was so new. But Axie Infinity, again, was chilling at about $3 by the time Ethereum hit 4K. Okay, so again, Ethereum was very frothy. I wish we could go back and do this, but you know, we're taking this knowledge for the next bull run, e.g. this bull run. Axie Infinity was $3 in this May time when Ethereum was 4K. Okay, gaming was heating up. Let's say you did some research. You know, decentralized mana. A lot of YouTubers were talking about this. It was going crazy on Twitter. This 52x'd. Okay, so again, you take that 10K, you put it in Axie Infinity. Okay, you buy it at 3, you sell it. Again, you're not going to sell it at the peak, but that's how you make $500,000 of a small bag on Ethereum. That's fucking crazy. Okay, and again, you don't have to ride this up to the 160. You can take profits comfortably at 70. Okay, $70, blah, blah, you make 200K. Let's say you were super conservative, you go 40, you still make over 6 figures. And then you can do it again. E.g., you bank 50K from this, now you have 70, 80K to play for, and then you find the next one. If you know how to do this, and don't get stuck in a trap, because you will choose a bad coin, but regardless of that, you still make so much fucking money, rather than just DCing and taking profits. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. Most of my positions, I'm going to do that. But once we get really heated up, I'm going to be taking big chunks of my bag and doing this strategy. Okay, you could also do this with Crypto.com. So again, Crypto.com's price around about the May time, 2021 was give or take less than 8 cents, right? So again, just on this chart, Crow was sitting at 8 cents. When Ethereum hit that 4K, again, you do this in Crypto.com. It's not as crazy gains, but let's say you understood that Crypto.com were going kind of viral. They had Matt Damon marketing, etc. You've seen they bought the Staples Center, or you heard they were going to buy the Staples Center. You've seen their ads on UFC. You've seen their ads on Formula One. You remember this, right? You put that same $10,000 of free money that you made off Ethereum. You buy 8 cents. You sell it at 90, not even the peak. You make over 100 grand. 50K you bank, 50K you find the next one. There's so many fucking opportunities out there, even if you're a small investor. Yes, it's easier said than done, but you could have done this. And again, we come back to this chart that I grew at the start, or the kind of diagram. Okay, replace these with Axie Infinity and Crypto.com, and then you get rid of the Ethereum. So buy Ethereum. You've already said bye to Sui. Okay, so buy that, and now you've got Crypto.com, which is already here, and you also have Axie Infinity, and then you do that again, and then you get rid of Crypto.com, and Axie Infinity is already gone, and then maybe you bank, you know, maybe you look for another coin. Okay, maybe that's Illumium, maybe that's XRP, I don't know. Just got to find coins that move up first, and find coins, ideally less market cap, that you believe in, and you can keep rolling over. Now, there's a caveat to this. I would not roll over more than 2-3 times. Once you've already done it once, you're getting kind of greedy. But again, it is free money because you're banking some to your bank account, and that's the most important part. Because what this does, instead of leaving the market 100% and saying, what if, because that's another thing you don't want to be a part of. What if, and then you start to see that coin go crazy that you're going to buy, you're still part of this bull run. But the killer is, even if you choose a bad coin, because that's going to happen, okay, and it goes straight to fucking zero, you still have a successful bull run. Plus, you learned a fuck ton for the next bull run, okay? So where I effed up, if I look at my portfolio right now, oh wow, I'm down $86,000 today. It's not phasing me, right? Because I know the game. But if I look at my current portfolio, which is kind of funny because it's pretty much the exact same, give or take 100K from the last bull run. So you can see how much work I did in the bear market, e.g. buying more Bitcoin, buying more HBAR, buying more Ethereum, and some of my other coins now in profit. Okay, it's starting to look nicely, and we're not even getting started. So again, in the last bull run, let's just say, you know, the 950K, you know, that I got, but I didn't realize it out. Let's just say, okay, well, 2 million's better. And then I would have went, oh, well, 3 million's better. And then I would have went, well, 5 million's a lot better. And I would have been in, so it wouldn't have even mattered if it went to 5, 10, 15 million. I know, just be myself. I wouldn't have cashed out because I didn't learn the lessons of taking profits. And once you do a successful trade and take it to your bank account, then it's real, okay? And then you know the game. It's very important. You have to know when enough is enough. Because here's the reality. I want to sign this off with this. And this is a sad reality, but I want you to use this as data once you make it big this bull cycle. Because I do believe you can change your life in this bull run. And if you don't believe in that, why are you even in cryptocurrency anyways? Just work your job. But the sad reality, and why we need to change our mind on this casino mindset in crypto. The average salary for the worker in the United States, working a 9-to-5 job, okay, is $56,000 to $60,000. Now, if you make less, you make more. This is the average, right? That's about $5K a month, okay? Most people in the United States, in the world, are in debt. due to factors like housing costs, educational expenses, and consumer spending. A lot of people are buying the wrong stuff. You should not be buying stupid stuff. Buy crypto. And then you can buy all the stupid stuff you want. In 2024, the average household carried over 100K in debt. That's crazy. Mortgages, student loans, and auto loans. Yes, mortgages can somewhat be good, right? You're buying your house, you're paying it off, etc. I get it. Types of debt, by far, the largest mortgage debt on average is 200K. Student loan debt, 44 million Americans own 1.7 trillion, with the average borrower owning 30 to 40K. Credit card debt is a big one. The average credit card per household is around $6,000 to $8,000. Auto loans, that stupid car you bought in finance with like 79% APR, gets you wrecked. The average car loan is $26,000 to $30,000. It's crazy. 77% of household Americans carry some sort of debt. Around 20 to 30% struggle with bad debt, meaning they have difficulty making payments or face high trace interest rates that make it near impossible to get out the cycle. That makes me sad, man. Because when I hear about this, it's like they can't even get in the game. They can't even get in the game because they're constantly playing these stupid fees, and that's your own fault. All you can do is learn from it, make a fuck ton of money in cryptocurrency, but if you're just stuck paycheck to paycheck, the problem you have is how do you even get in the game? That's something I don't know about because I've never been in crazy debt like this. It's crazy, so you need to fix that. Cost of living, wages have not kept up with inflation. That's why I'm really edging you guys to understand that the world is not going to save you, man. You've got to get out of the job. Even if your job paid you an extra 5 or 10 grand per year, you're not keeping up with inflation, right? Leading many rely on credit for everyday expenses. Education, college tuition is rising dramatically. Fortunately for the UK, especially in Scotland, you don't have to pay for this stuff, as far as I'm aware, or at least I didn't have to do this, although it was a complete waste of time, but you get the point. Healthcare, even with insurance, medical debt is a major contributor to financial stress and millions of people. That's kind of sad. Impacts of debt. Debt often leaves people ability to save for emergencies or retirement. It stops people from even investing. Okay, and even getting in the game, setting themselves up for the bull run because they can't even invest. It contributes to financial stress and can affect mental health and well-being. E.g., and this is the kicker, if you come out of the bag or the crypto game with 100K or 500K, whatever, you do not need to chase $1 million to $2 million plus. You have literally changed your life at this point and you won. You're now part of the 1%, especially if you pay all that debt off. You're in the 1% club. So get the fuck out, pay the debt off immediately, and put that money to work. If that's a high interest savings account, we've got some good ones in the UK, but again, 4, 5, 6%, it's not sexy. But if you've got $1 million and you're making 60K per year, you've now replaced your full-time income for free and it compounds. Or you can do what we're going to do, and we're going to go to stablecoin pools. I'll make a video on that in the future, but that's something you can do if you want to stay in crypto, but do it in a safe way where you can make 10 to 15% while still being in crypto. Okay, because remember, they're tied to the dollar. And again, let's do this again in the future run. So again, it doesn't have to end like this. You get the 100 to 500K, you have no debt, you're part of the 1%, you put that money to work, even if that's real estate, even if that's whatever, right? You've completed the game. And now we've got 2 years of the bear market where we just do whatever we did again, but we're a lot more smarter and we make more money. And that's it. You complete life. The problem is you get to 100 to 500K and you want the million, you lose it all and you still got all these debt. That's the worst thing. So again, I'll sign this video off. What are your goals for this bull run? Drop them in the comments below, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Take care. Peace.